Hello students, today we are going to start a new lesson and the name of the lesson is The Tunnel, which has been written by Shama Fateh Ali. In the very beginning, this lesson talks about phobia. Now let us come to know what is phobia. Phobia refers to extreme fear of something. There are some types of phobia which has been discussed in the lesson, and the first type is acrophobia, which is fear of heights, whereas hydrophobia is there, which is known by fear of water, and the last one is nyctophobia, which is fear of dark. So in this lesson we'll come to know about a boy whose name is Ankush, and he is traveling through a train to Kolkata with his parents. And this boy Ankush is suffering from the fear of tunnels, and you can say that he is also having a nyctophobia, that is fear of dark. So let us discuss the characters of the story first. The first character of the story is Ankush, who is a child and he is traveling with his parents through a train to Kolkata. Next is Ankush's mother, Ankush's father, and Hari Singh, who is an attendant of Ankush there, who is traveling with him also, and Saida auntie is a stranger who is a traveler also, who is traveling with Ankush. Now, journey through train. Ankush was very busy looking out of the train window at the bustling platform. Now, what is bustling here? Bustling refers to noisily busy or in a hurry. We know that at the platforms there is a lot of crowd. There are different kinds of sellers selling fruits, books, and different kind of food items are there available. Toy sellers are available there on the platform. So the crowd is there on the platforms. That is why the writer has said that there is a bustling platform. And this Ankush, the child, was very excited, and he was looking out of the train, and he was little bit angry with his parents also, because in the beginning what happened, their parents had changed their places. So that is why he was little bit angry with his parents, that is mother and father, and he was not trying to talk to them. He was avoiding them, and that is why he was looking out of the window, where he finds a toy seller who appeared near the window, and he had pink, green, blue toys. They were all displayed on the toy seller's cart, and that colors of the toys were flashing, and this boy Ankush was excited to see all of them. Now Ankush's father, in order to just make the child feel happy and remove his remove his anger, he asked that what about a cricket set. Said you can play with it after you get there. So look Ankush, it has a picture of Sachin on it, and what happens that Ankush father finally buys him a this cricket set which has the picture of Sachin on it. Now toy seller also was quickly, he just quickly took down the set, and fortunately Papa bought it. So he placed it carefully on the seat next to Ankush's water bottle. Now suddenly a bell clanged somewhere on the platform, and what happened now, mummy and papa were both ready, because now also they had to change their place. That is why they become ready. They were alert now because the train was going to start. Now mummy was clasping Ankush very tightly. Clasping means holding very tightly. So she clasped him tight, and over his head she spoke to Hari Singh, who was the attendant of Ankush, who she told him that be careful, that he does not want any water or anything. He should be given everything, and he did not do not have any problem about any of the things. Now certainly, he says, certainly BBG, he is like my own child, have no fear. He assured Ankush's mother that be free, and he'll be providing everything. He's like his own child, and don't have any fear about that. Now Ankush mummy voice sounded more and more wobbly. That wobbly means shaky, because now she knew that the tunnel is going to come, and Ankush was very fearful about the tunnel. He had the fear of tunnels. That is why she was little bit fearful also. She had tension about Ankush, because she is now going to change the place, and now she was worried about him, that how he is going to handle the situation when the tunnel will arrive. because he is frightened of tunnels. Now everybody was quiet at that time because Ankush mother was telling it in a she was telling it publicly to everyone. So that is why now she realized that she would not have she should not have spoke all these words, and she should be quiet. So now this was a feeling that they were going to be punished by Ankush now, because Ankush was remembered by his mother that he has fear of tunnels. Now everybody was quiet. Now again both of them gave him a tight hug, and now they went away from that place, giving all the responsibility to Hari Singh of Ankush. Now suddenly a huge pillar hit them from the side and they were all gone. Now Hari Singh and Ankush were left in the train carriage. Now what happens that Hari Singh tried to console Ankush, and he says that soon mummy's operation will be over and will be back. Don't look out of the window, how nice it is. Now he tried to involve Ankush in some of the activities that were going outside the train. So he wanted to involve Ankush in all those things. So in this way he tried to console him and make him busy. Now Hari Singh, what happened, Hari Singh stroked Ankush's head, and with this big rough hands he just said, placing his big rough hands on his head, he said that I'll be back in few minutes, and he said that then he was gone too. Hari Singh also went away from the place because he had some work, and that is why he went from there. Now Ankush was left all alone in the huge empty carriage, and he was little bit frightened also, and there was no one else in the carriage. Now only a small lunch box was kept in the corner, and in the corner, according to Ankush, somebody had left a pile of luggage covered with an old black cloth, and nothing else was there in the carriage. He looked up and saw that even the upstairs was empty, and when mummy and papa were there, he loved to go up. Papa would swing him up, then mummy would stretch her legs out on the lower seat and read her magazine. So he would wait till Papa give him a signal, and then he would lean over and punch her magazine right in the middle. She never failed to shriek in fright even. Never. Now shriek means high pitched scream. In this way they all played with each other. He was remembering all the times which he had spent with his mother and father. Now the business of tunnel was there. Of course he wasn't really frightened of the tunnels. He wasn't a baby, but it was so nice to feel frightened when a huge whistle blew and everything went dark and you were in mummy's lap all the time. That was a good time which he had spent with his mother, because sitting in mother's lap is very means enjoying moment, and it is a relaxing moment for everyone. Now Ankush was trying to be very brave, because he was remembering his father's words, and he was remembering that his father told him that he knew Ankush would be brave. Whenever look out of the window and you will forget everything. This was the advice given by his father. So that way Ankush did also. Ankush turned to the window, which was half open, and he pushed against it with one shoulder. Now suddenly an accident happened with him, and it rose a little, then wham! Yeah, it thundered down and dropped on his head. What thundered down? The window thundered down and dropped on his head. Thundered down means fell with a loud noise. The window fell down on his hand, and that was very painful, and it was terrible. Ankush couldn't stop himself from crying out, and he turned his face to the wall and his shoulders shook, and just then shriek, a whistle blew down and very loudly, and it seemed to hit him. Then there was a noise like thunder and everything went black. Now this was the arrival of the tunnel. Now tunnel started, and already Ankush was hurt, and his hands were paining, and now the tunnel's fear. He had to manage between both of them. Though he tried to be brave, but that was not possible for him to do. So he just started crying, and Ankush sobs turned into screams of terror. Now the darkness and the noise of the tunnel went on for hours, and Ankush sobs turned into screams of tears. Suddenly Ankush saw magic happening, and the luggage which was kept in the corner moving. It was moving. It had got up and was coming towards him. A hand came out from the under the black cloth and pushed aside the top part, and behind that part of the black cloth Ankush saw his mother. Was she exactly her mother? Let us see. So this person who was that sitting behind that black cloth, she loved giving means she just was her face seemed to be a little bit different. It had pan stained lips and big old earrings also. This face looked like mummy because it talked like mummy. That is why Ankush thought that she was her mother, and she was giving him a surprise by hiding in the train only. Oh, my little child, my little bird, so frightened, but it was only a tunnel. Why didn't you come to me? Now she was a lady, and ladies are very kind hearted and they love babies. So that is why this woman who was there in the black cloth, she tried to console Ankush because he was crying a lot, he was very frightened. So she asked him to come to her. So the hand came out again and undid the whole cloth, and from underneath came out a complete auntie, rather plump, means little bit round shaped, or you can say little bit fat, wearing a salwar kameez and a very long dupatta around her head. She looked like mummy did when she put on saris when over her head in the sun. The auntie picked him and sat down. He was on her lap now. It felt nice. You can see in the picture also that Saida auntie has just means on her lap only Ankush is sitting. So it felt nice burying his face into the soft silky material. It felt like the times when mummy went out and Masi came to stay with him. The new auntie was looking into the face and laughing. Now goodness, don't you talk ever? Or has mummy told you to keep quiet all the way to Kolkata? Ankush began to giggle. Right now when Saida auntie said these words to him, she was trying to involve him in her talks. Now because Ankush was not talking, he was crying and he was frightened. That is why she tried to make him busy in her words. So she tried to involve in her words. And now Ankush began to giggle. He started laughing a little bit. He was now enjoying because he was not feeling fearful any now, because he was sitting in Saida auntie's lap. Now he knew that somebody was there to save him. Now at least you can laugh. Don't be frightened, my little one, said Saida auntie, and she offered him something nice to eat. Now she opened a plastic of box and held up some delicious looking round things which looked like gulab jamun only. She gave him to, but Ankush's eyes were there on the triangle like things. So he nodded and he said that I also want those triangles, he said. But Saida auntie did not give him, because according to Saida auntie that was made of meat, and she thought that his parents may not like it. That is why she did not give those to him. Now she asked him to clean his hands, and Ankush knew exactly what she was going to do. She was going to take out a little towel and pour some water on it, and she would wipe his face and hands, and the auntie spread a napkin on his lap and gave him a little thali full of the round things. They were very good, and they were very delicious also. Now while eating, Ankush looked at the auntie with a shy smile, and he told her that he thought that she was a luggage. Now Saida auntie was a little bit surprised, and she said, what? Yes, because you were covered with that cloth, that is why you look like a luggage, according to Ankush. Now Saida auntie started laughing till the tears ran down her cheeks, and finally she gave him a pretended slap, and she says, how dare you to think like that? And they were both laughing, and Ankush began to jump and up and down, and he would always did when he had been up to some mischief. In this way they were now friends with each other. Now why Saida auntie seemed as a luggage to Ankush, let us know. When when Ankush told Saida that he thought her to be a luggage, Saida auntie laughed a lot, and after that Saida Ankush said that because she was covered with that black clothes, and luggages are always covered with such kind of clothes, that is why he thought that was a luggage. But Saida auntie said that no, I am Saida auntie, and that's what I am. Ankush was happy and she was out, no luggage, 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 leaping into her lap, and he tugged her black covering and pointing towards that, he says that that's what you cover luggage with. But Saida auntie says, no, but it's also what I cover myself with, and that is called a burqa. Just then Hari Singh came hurrying up into the compartment, and he looked at the two of them a little puzzled also and said, Baba, I almost forgot. Were you frightened when we went through the tunnel? Now Ankush said, frightened? Who is frightened? No, I am not frightened. I am a brave boy. And he was sitting in the lap of Saida auntie, and he was not at all frightened now. Now, at the end of the story, we come to know that people may look differently. They can wear different kinds of clothes, because India is a country full of diversities, and people wear different colors, different types of clothes. They are of different colors also, but still they share the same emotions. This is the main moral value of this lesson we learn from. Okay, thank you students, every